Then why are you worried about power banks? Because I am not worried about your stupid phones that the power goes out. I'm worried about freezing to death. Yeah, random kid, absolutely. We went out for milk and cigarettes, but Joe said I had to come back and be on the show. So
I mean, that's what you went out for. I went out for milk and bread to make those milk
yeah,
sandwiches.
sandwiches because
You,
that storm.
yeah, the storm
Yeah.
that's allegedly coming.
Okay,
Although,
can we do a husband rant real quick? See if you relate to this.
okay,
All right. Now, my wife and I have not been. We don't get panicked about weather, right? For the most part, even in the worst of storms, our life has been okay, right? The power stays on, for the, so on and so forth. There's some stories we can tell, whatever, but for the most part, zero tragedy. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, she was kind of getting worried a little bit about this next one, and Aaron was saying like, "Hey, make sure we find all the charger banks." Which I looked at her like, "Are you stupid?" Because you let our kids get their hands on those. When I said they have to go in this cabinet, because we have 8 of them, bought them specifically to then like sign out and sign back in, and you just handed them out like they were candy. We don't have charger banks anymore.
they're gone.
What are you talking? They are the oh yes, kids. Hey, you have see what sticking eating their boogers and stuff. So it's like, come on, man. So I'm like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start looking at what we've looked at, the Jackery portable charger bank,
Yeah.
or the Anchor one, and they're expensive, right? Because I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to run up to 3 space heaters for like 6 hours, right? I'm just thinking about the coldest part of the night, just in case. Because if you're worried about it, you should prep for it. Well, the Jackery now. How many? What's that one? What's the model on that one? Oh, you got the Anchor, not the Jackery, but still.
Yeah.
Is it like 2,000 watts, 3,000 watts? Is all I'm really looking for.
I don't know. I'd have to look at the actual box that it came in.
Sure.
Let me see.
But so I was looking. So basically, the advice I got was I need like a minimum 2,000 watt output, probably 3. But you're talking about 500, 600, 700, up to $1,500, right? What's up, everybody? Neil's here, Random's here, Devo's here. So I was like, okay, I'll look at gas generators. I get a gas generator that'll run all night, run everything we want, plus like the fridge, if stuff goes out, for like the same price as one of those. That's a lot less power, right? So okay, I'll go old school. Erin didn't like that. She didn't want either one of them. I don't think it's all that big deal. So I started looking at like kerosene heaters. I don't think it's then why are you worried about power banks? Because I am not worried about your stupid phones that the power goes out. I'm worried about freezing to death. All right. So I'm like, fine. My backup plan is there's a hotel. We can leave as far out of town as we have to get out. Well, if ice took down the power lines, how are you going to get out? I'm like, because power doesn't get fixed immediately, but the sunshine comes out and ice melts. So, Joe, the little rant there is, do you, in your household, I know somebody might be watching, but in your household, does somebody get concerned about something but doesn't want to do the practical things? Well, if you're really worried about the practical thing says we should get a generator or we should have something around just in case.
For the most part, if we're worried about something, both of us are willing to do it. Like I made sure yesterday. It might
be silly stuff too,
Yeah, but I like that power bank that I just showed you. I made sure that it was charged yesterday just in case. My in-laws, this was probably 15 years. No, it couldn't have been 15 years ago. Like 10 years ago, they bought a generator because they had lost power after a tornado, and there was no signs that it was going to be fixed anytime soon, which they were very happy that they bought the generator because they were without power for like a week, maybe 10 days.
Sure. Oh,
and
time, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because tornado. And so, but with that, they were able to run their fridge and like one other appliance. And so they were worried about their food spoiling, and that was about it. But it was able to tide them over. And after that, they installed something attached to their the actual house power. So
Yeah,
the
I was seeing some of
the
that last night.
yeah, so the generator can actually hook up to the house
House. Yeah.
in general. It's still if they run too much, it won't work. But
Right.
they don't have to worry about, is the generator here? Is the generator here? And moving it around to where they need it to
Sure.
be. They just hook it up into that line, and I think they've got a switch to where they flip over from grid power to the
Yeah.
generator power. But you can only be so prepared. If you do the basic stuff, making sure your stuff's charged up, make sure you've got, we laugh about the milk sandwiches, but we did, like, we did a Walmart delivery today, so just to tide us over with some basics. We Part of it was milk and bread, but some of it was just other random things that we were going to buy anyway. We just made sure to buy it a day early or a couple days early so
Sure.
that it would actually get here.
So the answer is yes, I am the only one that has people in my house worried about things. It's not just my house. Like my brother-in-law will get worried about, but nobody will do it. Maybe I'm just uber practical that way. I'm like, if something pops in my mind that makes me worried, I will go take care of that thing. I will make sure that I can have some heat or whatever. It's like whatever. It'll probably be perfectly fine. You just buckle up and don't go out for half a day or something. And it's whatever for where we are in the world.